Even a seemingly harmless snore can silently rob you of up to 10 years of your lifespan if you do not make timely changes. Snoring is not just an annoying noise, it is a sign that your body is suffering from a severe lack of oxygen, pushing your heart and brain into a state of chronic stress, minute by minute, hour by hour, while you sleep. And the scariest part is most of us have no idea until our health truly collapses. Are you feeling exhausted because of your own snoring? Are you worried when you hear a loved one snore loudly every night, but do not know what to do to help them? Do not worry. In today's video, we are going to uncover the real causes of snoring in older adults. Not only that, I will also reveal to you some simple yet extremely effective exercises to help soothe your airways and stop snoring right at home without the need for medication or complicated devices. Before we get started, leave a positive affirmation in the comments below as a commitment to attract good things into your life. For example, I cherish my health and my restful sleep, or any heartfelt wish you are holding on to, and do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you will not miss any valuable content like this. Let us build a community full of positive energy, growing together and living healthier. So, what causes snoring to appear and worsen with age? To truly solve the problem, we need to go straight to the root cause. Over time, the soft tissues in the throat gradually age and lose their natural firmness. When we are young, these tissues are strong enough to keep the airway open, but as we get older, they tend to sag, obstructing airflow and creating those snoring sounds. Additionally, the accumulation of excess fat around the neck and airway further narrows the breathing space, forcing the body to breathe harder, which makes the snoring even heavier. Along with the aging of soft tissues, the nerve reflexes that keep the airways open during sleep also weaken. As this mechanism deteriorates, the throat can easily collapse, turning each breath at night into a silent struggle that the sleeper is unaware of. At the same time, common underlying conditions in older adults such as diabetes, hypothyroidism, and obesity worsen the situation by slowing metabolism and causing the buildup of fat and fluid in the soft tissues, further squeezing the already weakened airway. Besides health conditions, bad habits like drinking alcohol, smoking, and eating late at night also silently damage respiratory health. Alcohol excessively relaxes throat muscles. Smoking causes airway inflammation and swelling, and overeating before bed increases abdominal pressure, impeding the diaphragm's movement and disrupting natural airflow. And more dangerously, snoring is not just an irritating sound, but also a warning sign that your airway is being obstructed night after night. When that happens, the amount of oxygen entering your body plummets, forcing the heart to work harder to pump blood, while the brain, our most vital organ, suffers from a severe lack of oxygen. This chronic oxygen deficiency quietly destroys health, significantly increasing the risk of heart disease, stroke, memory decline, and high blood pressure. Conditions that are already all too familiar with aging. Not only that, poor sleep quality also makes older adults more likely to experience daytime sleepiness, slower reflexes, and balance issues, thus greatly increasing the risk of falls, one of the leading causes of fractures, loss of mobility, and even death in older people. Just a small snore, but the consequences behind it can spiral into a chain of devastating health tragedies that should never be underestimated. But here is the good news: we are not powerless against snoring. With simple exercises, you can take control and reclaim peaceful, healthy sleep, starting today. 1. Tongue exercises. One of the core reasons why we snore at night is that the muscles in the tongue and throat lose their firmness over time. A weak, drooping tongue can unintentionally block airflow, creating that familiar snoring sound we often dismiss as no big deal. However, just by spending a few minutes each day, you can gradually restore the strength and flexibility of your tongue and dramatically improve your sleep. Let us start with these simple yet incredibly effective tongue exercises. First, gently press your tongue up against the hard palate. That is the part you can feel just behind your upper front teeth. Slowly slide your tongue backward as if you are smoothing the roof of your mouth with the top of your tongue. Perform this movement slowly and with control about 10 to 15 times. This exercise activates the entire tongue muscle, enhancing its ability to keep the airway open during sleep. Next, push your tongue straight upward toward the roof of your mouth as high as you can. Hold this position for 10 seconds, then relax. Repeat 5 to 10 times. This exercise works like a push-up for your tongue muscles, helping them grow stronger day by day, preventing the tongue from collapsing during deep sleep. Then change direction by pressing your tongue downward toward the floor of your mouth, trying to touch the bottom with the underside of your tongue while keeping your jaw relaxed. Hold this position for 10 seconds, then release. Although it seems simple, this exercise powerfully targets the muscles beneath the tongue and around the throat, helping maintain the firmness necessary to keep the airway wide open during sleep. Finally, improve tongue flexibility by pushing it left and right inside your mouth, trying to stretch it as far as you can without tensing your jaw or lips. Hold each side for 10 seconds and alternate for 5 to 10 repetitions. This not only boosts the tongue's agility, but also enhances control over the throat area, a crucial factor in effectively preventing snoring. The wonderful thing is that you can do all of these exercises anywhere while watching television, while reading a book, or even while waiting for your morning coffee. With daily perseverance, you will start to notice remarkable improvements within just a few weeks. Snoring will gradually decrease, your sleep will become deeper, and you will feel a miraculous revival from within your body. 2. Taco tongue. Exercise. One of the simplest yet highly effective ways to strengthen the tongue muscles is the taco tongue exercise. This exercise mimics the action of curling your tongue into the shape of a taco, with both sides of the tongue curving upward, while the middle part dips downward. It may look simple, but in reality, correctly curling the tongue requires the coordinated effort of many fine muscle groups in the mouth groups that over time, especially as we age, easily weaken if not regularly trained. To perform it gently, lift the sides of your tongue upward, trying to curl it so the middle forms a small groove. Hold that light tension for about 10 to 15 seconds, then relax. Repeat 5 to 10 times per session. It might feel difficult at first, but if you stay consistent, you will notice your tongue muscles growing stronger and your control and endurance improving significantly. Not only does the taco tongue exercise build mechanical strength in the tongue, but it also positively impacts coordination between the tongue and the throat muscles. As these muscle groups become firmer, the tongue can more easily maintain a stable position throughout the night, reducing the risk of sagging and airway obstruction, one of the common causes of snoring. Furthermore, strong tongue muscles also promote smoother airflow through the mouth and nose, helping you breathe more easily and deeply during sleep. 3. Prolonged vowel pronunciation. Exercise. A-E-I-O-U. One of the simplest yet extremely effective methods to reduce snoring and improve sleep quality is practicing prolonged vowel pronunciation. It is not just a vocal exercise. Clearly articulating and holding the sounds of the vowels A, E, I, O, and U acts as a specialized workout for the muscles of the throat and soft palate, key areas that control the openness of the airway during sleep. The practice is very easy. You just need to sit upright, fully relax, and pronounce each vowel sound one by one at a moderate volume, holding each sound for about 5 to 10 seconds. As you pronounce, focus on feeling the gentle vibrations in your throat and the stretching of the muscles around your mouth, neck, and palate. Repeat the full sequence of A-E-I-O-U about 5 times daily for the best results. This type of exercise helps maintain the flexibility and firmness of the tongue muscles, soft palate and throat muscles groups that naturally weaken with age if not regularly trained. As these muscles become stronger, they better support the airway, reducing the risk of airway collapse during sleep, the main cause of snoring and dangerous short episodes of breathing interruption. Moreover, vowel pronunciation exercises are an excellent way to regulate breathing and calm the nervous system, helping the body more easily slip into a state of deep relaxation and promoting a more natural and stable sleeping pattern each night. 4. Alternate nostril. Breathing exercise. One of the most common causes of snoring is nasal congestion or poor airflow through the nose. When the nose is blocked, the body is forced to breathe through the mouth, which allows the tongue and soft tissues in the throat to vibrate and create snoring sounds. To naturally and effectively address this issue, alternate nostril breathing is the ideal solution. Here is how to do it. Sit upright in a relaxed posture, letting your entire body loosen up. Gently use your thumb or index finger to close one nostril, then slowly and deeply inhale through the open nostril. Next, switch sides, close the nostril. You just inhaled through, open the opposite one and exhale slowly. Then inhale through the open nostril. Switch sides again and continue this pattern rhythmically for about 5 to 10 minutes per session. This exercise not only helps clear the nasal passages, reducing congestion and minor inflammation, but also trains the flexibility of the upper respiratory system, helping you breathe deeper and more steadily. When your nose is clear, your body will naturally prefer nasal breathing over mouth breathing during sleep, significantly reducing the likelihood of snoring. 5. Jaw shifting. Exercise left and right. This exercise focuses on strengthening the stability of the jaw joints and the muscles around the throat areas that play a crucial role in keeping the airway open during sleep. When the jaw joints and throat muscles are strong, they can better support the airway structure, reducing the chances of soft tissues collapsing and creating snoring sounds. To perform this exercise, gently close your mouth without clenching and slowly shift your lower jaw as far to the left as possible, while keeping your head and neck in a neutral position. Hold that position for about 5 seconds, then return your jaw to the center and repeat the same movement to the right. Perform 8 to 10 repetitions on each side during each session. It is important to move slowly and with control, avoiding any jerky movements to safely and effectively activate the jaw and throat muscles. Additionally, shifting the jaw helps improve alignment between the lower jaw and throat muscles, reducing the risk of minor jaw misalignments, an often overlooked factor that can also contribute to breathing obstructions during sleep. 6. Tongue click exercise. To perform this exercise, gently close your mouth and press the tip of your tongue against the hard palate, the area just behind your upper front teeth. Then, using a quick and firm motion, snap your tongue away from the palate to create a clear click sound. The louder and sharper the click, the stronger the tongue activation. Aim to perform this clicking motion 20 to 30 times per session, maintaining a steady and controlled pace. This exercise is particularly useful for activating the small muscle fibers in the tongue muscles that are often neglected during everyday activities. As these fibers become more responsive and stronger, your ability to maintain tongue position during sleep improves significantly, reducing the chances of airway blockage caused by the tongue falling backward. Additionally, practicing tongue clicks enhances the tongue's fine motor coordination, providing crucial support for natural breathing functions and maintaining the openness of the nasal and throat passages throughout sleep. 7. Spoon resistance exercise. A highly effective advanced exercise for strengthening tongue muscles is the spoon resistance drill. Although simple, this exercise directly and powerfully targets the muscle groups critical for keeping the airway clear during sleep. You only need a clean spoon. Place the back of the spoon lightly against the tip of your tongue, then push your tongue forward firmly against the resistance of the spoon while using your hand to hold the spoon steady. Maintain the tension for about 5 seconds, then relax. Repeat this action 10 to 15 times per session. Remember, apply just enough pressure to feel mild fatigue in your tongue muscles without causing pain or excessive strain. Resistance training helps build endurance and strength in the tongue, supporting its ability to stay in the correct position in the mouth during sleep. When the tongue is strong enough, it will no longer easily fall backward and block the airway, a common cause of snoring. Moreover, this exercise also tones the supporting muscles around the mouth and throat, optimizing natural airflow throughout the night. Another great advantage of the spoon resistance exercise is its flexibility. You can practice it anywhere at home, at the office, or even during a break with just a small spoon. With just a few minutes of daily practice, you will soon notice clear improvements, deeper and easier breathing, significantly reduced snoring, and a much more restful and complete sleep. 8. Uvula Activation. The uvula is a small structure located right behind the soft palate, but it plays an extremely important role in controlling airflow and preventing food from flowing back into the nose when we swallow. A simple yet very effective exercise to improve this area is the uvular activation exercise. By gently stimulating the natural gag reflex, that mild gagging feeling when the back of the throat is touched. It is very easy to do. You simply use a clean cotton swab or a thoroughly sanitized finger to gently touch the soft area behind the palate near the uvula. As soon as you sense a mild gag reflex, stop immediately. It is important to perform this action very gently, just enough to trigger the reflex without causing pain or excessive discomfort. Practicing regularly with this method helps strengthen the muscles surrounding the uvula and enhances the sensitivity of the neural system that controls the throat area. As these muscles become firmer and reflexes improve, the airway will naturally stay more open throughout the night, significantly reducing snoring and limiting dangerous episodes of sleep apnea. It is crucial to remember to be patient and cautious while practicing and not to overstimulate to the point of injuring the throat. Just by practicing gently and consistently every day, you will gradually reactivate the natural protective mechanism of your respiratory system, a key factor in maintaining deep and peaceful sleep, especially important for older adults. To optimize the effectiveness of the exercises you have just completed, and to strengthen your airway health in the long term, you should also pay attention to several important recommendations below. One of the key factors that support the process of improving snoring is maintaining a proper diet focused on naturally reducing inflammation in the body. An anti-inflammatory diet not only benefits cardiovascular health and blood pressure, but also helps decrease swelling in the soft tissues of the throat. To follow this diet, you should limit your intake of refined sugar, processed foods, reused fried oils, and fast food as much as possible. Instead, prioritize natural whole foods such as leafy green vegetables, various berries, fatty fish, rich in omega-3 nuts, legumes, and whole grains. In addition, ensuring you drink enough water every day will help maintain moisture in the throat tissues, reduce friction during breathing, and thus minimize the occurrence of snoring. Along with a healthy diet, maintaining a regular exercise routine also plays a very important role. Activities such as light walking, yoga, cycling, or swimming all help improve the strength of the respiratory system and increase the overall endurance of the throat muscles. When blood circulation is strongly stimulated through physical activity, fluid retention in soft tissues decreases and the airway becomes clearer. In addition to nutrition and exercise, managing a healthy weight is a crucial factor in preventing and improving snoring. When the body carries excess weight, especially fat accumulation around the neck and throat, the pressure on the airway increases significantly. This fat layer not only narrows the breathing space, but also raises the risk of airway obstruction during sleep, resulting in loud and prolonged snoring. Moreover, optimizing sleep habits is an important strategy that many people often overlook. One simple yet highly effective principle is to avoid eating too close to bedtime. Ideally, there should be at least 2 to 3 hours between dinner and lying down. Eating heavily before sleeping not only increases abdominal pressure, pushing the diaphragm upward and obstructing breathing, but also increases the risk of acid reflux. Sleeping position also plays a decisive role. Lying on your back causes gravity to pull the tongue and soft tissues in the throat backward, easily leading to airway obstruction. Therefore, it is better to prioritize sleeping on your side, especially on the left side, to reduce pressure on the airway and support better airflow. In cases where maintaining a side sleeping position is difficult, slightly elevating the upper body with pillows or raising the head of the bed a little can also be a helpful solution. Gentle elevation helps prevent the tongue and soft tissues from falling backward and reduces the risk of acid reflux, thereby improving breathing and overall sleep quality. Snoring is not just a harmless habit, it is an alarm bell indicating that health is gradually declining. You absolutely can change the situation starting now. By dedicating just a few minutes each day to simple exercises and making small adjustments to your diet, physical activities, and sleeping habits, you will feel a strong revival from within, deeper sleep, a body filled with more energy and a more refreshed spirit. Day by day, start tonight, do not hesitate. Big changes always begin with small, persistent, and determined actions. A peaceful sleep is not just a basic need. It is the most precious gift you can give yourself and your loved ones. Before we finish, I invite you to leave a positive affirmation in the comments below as a commitment to your own health. For example, I cherish and protect my sleep every day, or any wish that you would like to spread. And do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so we can continue walking together on the journey to better health, longer life, and enjoying every precious moment of life. Let us build a community full of positive energy, a place where each person is continuously growing and living the healthiest and most meaningful life possible.